an all-around stunt person by any means. There's people out there that, you know, if I was going to run a show, I'd hire someone else to do a jump off a building, or I'd hire someone else to do something. Everyone has their own little specialty. Mine just is driving. And we have a school, and we teach others, but out of each class, I learn something too. And I think a person that stops learning and rests on the laurels a bit falls behind. So whatever niche that I have in driving, you know, I sort of try to pass it on now. Yeah, I just enjoy it. There's cars and airplanes been the only thing I've known all my life. Anytime I would see someone else do something in a car, many years ago, I would go out and try and find a way of doing it myself and see if I couldn't do it easier. And I learned to let the car do an awful lot of work. And in this case, like I said, Eleanor, she still does a lot of the work for us. Driving schools out there for racing, and again, the idea in racing is you want to maintain control, maintain traction to the ground, and you want to take the shortest line possible, thus using apexes. And in reality, when you do what we do, stunt driving, you don't have any apexes per se. You have focal points. And unfortunately, with the cars of today and the way the directors are and everything else, if you go out there and apply racing lines to city streets, you're not going to do very well. Most of the time, what I saw was in looking far enough ahead, in which most drivers have a tendency to look 15, 20 feet in front of the car, down to the asphalt. They're either looking for a bumper sticker or a license tag, see where they're from and all that. And it's a horrible habit, and most people do it. And a driver gets his eyes up, and it's pretty much on the horizon. So you're taking in all the information you can and have much better time to react should something go wrong. Finding a, you know, there's, in people in stunt business, they can tell you this. They can tell whether a guy can ride a motorcycle by the way he gets on it, or a horse. And if you're driven enough, you can tell a driver. You know, if he gets in there and first thing he does is 10 and 2 with his hands, or goes hand over hand, you know, I'd be worried myself as far as being precise and accurate. They can be lucky, and they can get a lot of it done. But what I believe in being precise or precision is within inches, not 2 or 3 car widths. You know, that's a huge difference. What I saw in that film, and I'm certainly going to watch it again, I saw a lot of gutsy things. I saw a lot of things that they were very lucky at. And like I said, I didn't even know which one was Toby, and I didn't know anything about this. I heard about it until I saw it. But again, I watch people. I watch people behind him that hands are everywhere, and the car was going one direction, and they're looking this way, and you could tell that they didn't have a clue. Well, let's back up with Eleanor. I was told Eleanor needed a little tune-up. Eleanor's been sitting around a long time, and there was a whole lot of things to be tuned up. But surprisingly, the car's doing actually quite well. Considering what it's been through, I finally got to see the movie. The car's got a lot of heart. And it seemed like, you know, the only time the car didn't overheat is when we was doing that stuff. Everything else it seemed to overheat a little bit. When we were out there spinning around and, you know, making smoke, it just keep on going. Again, for what the car's been through, mechanically, you know, if you had a Ford rep out here, you know, this car had gone to the scrapper. You know, no way. You know, and nor would they believe it would still do some of the stuff it's doing like it is now. You know, I don't know where to start. There isn't anything on it that isn't broke. It hadn't been patched, it isn't fixed, and she's still beating away. So hats off to her. Pretty much anything the car wanted to do. We did some 180s, a couple of 360s, reverse 180s, some good drifts. We took it around the track out there, the whole, what they call the city streets out here. Seemed like the more you do, the more it wanted to do, and it just has the wrong radiator in it, so it's overheating a little bit. But, well, when she's fresh and cool, she goes out there and gets after it. To create that illusion of uncontrolled controllability is still by far a rush. And the only, I don't know what to compare it to other than taking someone that's never done it and teach them how to do it, and they do it for the first time, and they get this a look that doesn't go away, a little sparkle, whatever it is. One, you know that they learned it, and they can do it consistently, and they know it. And I still get the same, when it's on a set or something, and do something, again, to create that illusion is a lot of fun. And you know, there's a lot of things. The other thing about, going back to Toby for a second, if you don't mind, is that today I think there's way too many pipe ramps. There's way too many. There's no explanation of why did that car roll over and blow up. Um, and I'd much rather see a movie that has some real good precision driving, right on the edge stuff than all the. And I know everybody's you got to have the crashes and burns and all that. But when you just see a car roll over in the middle of the street for no reason, and you see 14 more do the same thing, it doesn't add up. And most of the people that come to watch the school or some of the stuff that I do, they always, when are they going to have just a real hair-raising driving kind of movie with a few bangs and bones, that natural stuff, you know?
That's the high I'm talking about. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. Yes, it was amazing. Hey, Mommy. Hey.